Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make some fabulous fish, guys. Some fried fish. It is amazing. We have some fish. I've already cleaned them. As you can see, we use some fresh lime, and I drizzle some salt and just a sprinkle of vinegar. And it's been sitting here for about 15 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse it off, and I'll come back and show you how I season my fish. All right, first thing I'm going to start off is with my Epis, okay? This is your Haitian Epis. I do have a video up on two different versions on how I make it. And to my Epis, I'm going to add garlic powder. I'm also going to add some seasoning salt. As you can see, I'm not measuring. I'm just, eyeballing it. I'm going to add some black pepper. And you don't have to use the seasonings that I'm using. And this is some fresh squeezed lime. I also like to add some of the liquid of my hot sauce, my Haitian hot sauce. So I'm going to add 2. And if you don't have this, just add an extra, some extra lime juice, okay? Then I have my chicken seasoning that I'm going to add some in like that. I'm going to add some fresh parsley. You have to have your fresh ingredients. Some fresh thyme. And if you choose to use the dry thymes, remember, if you're using the dry herbs, you have to use less because the flavors are a little bit more intense than the fresh ones, okay? So that should be about enough of our thyme, okay? And so we're going to give this a stir. Now you take your clean fish and you want to take your seasoning and just pour it all over, okay? And make sure the inside of your fish get some of your seasoning. Guys, it's going to be so nice and delicious. And if you, like I said, the more you cook, and because I've been cooking since I was a little girl, the more you cook, the easier it becomes. So this is why I don't measure, because I've been cooking for a long time. And growing up, we were never taught how to use measurements. We just kind of eyeball everything. So now this is where I'm going to come in with my hands, okay, and make sure all of this good seasoning go all over my fish, and then I'll use some more if I need to. But first of all, I want to use everything I have in here. Make sure everything don't stay on the bottom of this this plastic container. All right, our fish is nice and seasoned. I want to give you a closer look. See how seasoned that is? It is absolutely fabulous. And if you notice, I didn't add any salt, only because my Epis, like I said, already had other seasonings in it, so it was already nice and tasty, so we don't want to overdo it. All right, so I'm going to allow this to marinate in the refrigerator. If you want to cook it on the same day, you can allow it to marinate, I would say, in my opinion, at least 6 hours. So get up early, season your fish, put it in the refrigerator for about 6 hours to make sure all of the good seasoning is penetrating the meat, because I want to taste flavor all the way to the bone. All right. But I'm going to allow this to marinate overnight because I want to make sure it is fabulous when I serve it to my family. I'll come back on tomorrow and show you how. All right. Our fish is ready to be fried. Okay. So what you want to do is just in any plate, just put some regular AP flour, all-purpose flour. No seasoning because your fish is already well seasoned. You're going to take a piece of your fish. Do not just put it in the flour because you want your fish to be a little crispy on the outside and nice and moist on the inside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some paper towel, or if you have a clean kitchen towel, I'm going to go ahead and press it so I can remove the majority of the liquid off of my fish because I want my fish to be nice and dried. Okay, so this should be good. Once it's nice and dried like this, now I'm going to go ahead and just place it on our flour, and I'm going to press it in like this. I mean, you don't need a whole bunch of flour because I'm going to shake off the excess flour. And I like to, to chew on the tail, so I like to make sure the tail is covered as well. Okay, and then just a little part here, just make sure there's some in the inside. All right, so once your fish is all covered with the flour, you want to go ahead and get all of that extra flour off of your fish like this, okay, where you can still see the skin of the fish. And we're going to go ahead and put that aside and get the other ones coated with the flour, and I'll come back. All right. Our fish is nice and coated lightly with the flour. I mean, if you want, you can add more flour, but I don't like when it's too thick with flour. So I'm gonna go ahead and place, they're so big. I'm gonna go ahead and place it in our deep fryer like this. And then we're gonna allow it to fry until nice and golden brown. Then I'll come back and show you them. All right, guys, here's our fish. It's looking nice and fabulous. You see that? Here is our fabulous, fabulous, fabulous fish. It is absolutely tasty, very delicious. I'm gonna serve it with some fried plantains. And of course, you have to have your pickles and some sauce, guys. No rice. Until next time, like, comment. Do not forget to subscribe. Delicious, y'all. Absolutely fabulous.